Hey guys, we are starting lesson module 14. We're still talking about fractions, but we are relating fractions in area. Okay, so you can say like half of the rug was red and the other half was blue. So we're using fractions that way. So Liddy's hamsters are Alvin, Betty, Coco, and Doug. Liddy puts up a wall to divide her hamster's playground into left and right halves. Then she puts up screens to divide each half of the playground into two halves. Now each hamster has a separate play place. So she put up a thing here and then she said, well, I'm going to divide this one this way, this one this way. So all of her little hamsters have their own little play place to play. Which hamster will get the largest play space? Explain your thinking. All right, so what we're going to have to do is redraw this down here because we're going to have to figure out what's going on here. So we're going, the whole big thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 across. So we'll go ahead and do that. So you're going to start here all the way to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. And then you're going to start, see how you're going to leave that first row alone? You're going to leave this first column alone too. You're going to go from here to here, here back over to here, and from here to here. Do you see how we left a border of this row, bottom row, side columns like so? Then we're going to have to go through, and she split that in half, so that should be 6. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to divide it right down the middle like so. Then this has 3 and 3. 1, 2, 3 here. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here. Okay? Now, we're going to put A for Alvin, B for Betty, C for Coco, D for Doug. Okay? Now, while you're finishing that up, I'm going to go ahead and put some things here. So here's this one. Don't forget, our formula to find area is area equals length times width. So, for Alvin here, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 3. So we have 8 times 3. Look at there, we're back to multiplication. Don't forget those facts. 8 times 3 is, yep, 24. So, Alvin has 24 square units. Then, look, B is exactly the same. That's another 8 by 3. So, Betty also has 24 square units of area. Now, C, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 times 6, that's right, is 24. D is the exact same, 4 rows of 6. And it is also 24 square units. I'll put square units at the bottom because that's what we should have. Well, I guess we better do it correctly. Square units. Okay, so the question is, which hamster will get the largest play space? Well, look at there. They're all the same. So, all have the same area. Period. Okay? Because they're all, even though these shapes here and here are different, they still have the same area. Give you some time to finish copying that before we turn the page. Okay? All right, now, on the other side, Davida draws lines to divide shapes A, B, and C. Which shapes are divided into equal areas? How can you show which shapes are divided into equal areas? Okay? So if we look at this, we have 3 triangles here. Do you see that? Boom, boom, boom. And they are equilateral triangles. So A is definitely divided into equal areas. Do you see something else that might be divided into equal areas? Think about lines of symmetry. Now remember, a line of symmetry divides an object in half where you have the same on each side. So if we divided this in half this way, if you had this and this, are they the same size? No, because these sides are going up to make a, looks like a triangle, but the top part of that triangle has been chopped off. If you look, this section is smaller than this one, so that's definitely not. But this side, if you were to flip it over and put it on this side, would be the same. So A and C are divided into equal areas. Do you see that? If you were to see this is much shorter than this, so definitely this would not, but these two would. All right, Edgar draws lines to divide circles A and B. Each circle is the same size. Are the parts of circle A equal or unequal? Circle A, are they equal? They are definitely equal, because if you were to cut this out, lay it on top of this one, this one, this one, they would be the same. So they are equal. How do we know? They are all the same size. Okay? We'll put a little comma there. Now, look at B. Look at this section, this section, this section. Are they equal? No. This is smaller than this one or this one. Now this one and this one are kind of similar, but these are definitely unequal parts. They are not, we'll put that in uppercase letters, the same size. Give you a little bit of time to get that copied down. This lesson has a good bit of writing in it. All right, we're ready to move on. If you need a second, go ahead and pause that video if you need to. We're going to look at Raina. All right, here we go. Raina divides a rectangle into parts. Here it is. Are the parts of the rectangle the same shape? How do you know? Are they all the same shape? Well, that's pretty easy to look at. This is an L shape. That's just a long rectangle, and those are just some odd shapes. So, are they the same shape? No. And then we could say all shapes are different and we'll just leave it at that because we kind of talked about that. Now, then it asks about the parts of the rectangle. Do they have the same area? Well, let's count the boxes and see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to draw a line here and put a 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that's 6 too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and look at there. Presto changeo. All those are 6. So, do they have the same area? Yes. All are 6 square units. Cool. What fraction of the total area of the rectangle is shaded yellow? So we've got 1 out of 1. How many different parts? How many different colors have we got here? We've got yellow, green, pink, and orange, I would say. So 2, 3, 4 different colors. One of them is yellow. So 1 out of 4 is yellow. So that means, we'll put a comma, 1/4 is yellow. Minutes to copy that down, because like I said, this lesson has a lot of writing in it today. Okay, now next thing you're going to do is you're going to do the independent part of this lesson, starting with number 1, going all the way over to, let's see, question 6 on the back. So start with 1, go all the way over to question 6, pause the video when you need to, or pause the video in just a second. And then when you are finished with all of your work, start it back up and we'll check our work together. Okay? So I'm going to pause mine, you pause yours, and then I'll meet you back up in just a few minutes. Work carefully. Okay, guys. Let's go over this together. If you're not finished, pause the video, finish it up, and then we'll look at it together. All right, first part says, circle the shape that is divided into parts with equal areas. That will be the first one. These are not equal to the rest of them, so that definitely would not work. Just this one. Do both parts of the rectangle have the same shape? No, that's that one, so they're different. No, they're different shapes. Then it asks, which part of the rectangle covers a greater area? Well, if you counted those boxes, you would have, like I did, you saw that yellow has 10 square units, blue has 10 square units. They are the same. They have the same area. Give you a few seconds to make any corrections if you need to, just because there's a lot of words in this lesson. Pause the video if you need to. If not, we're going to turn the page and move on to the next question, question number 3. Okay. Ready? Here we go. All right, on the back side. Now, you get to play teacher on this one. Garrett says that the shaded area is 1/3 of the whole because it is one of 3 parts that all have the same shape. Aiden says that the shaded area is not 1/3 because the whole of the whole because the 3 parts do not all have the same area. Which student's reasoning is correct? Well, Aiden is correct because the parts do not have equal areas and are not the same size. So as you can see, this is like that shape we saw earlier. This and this are different sizes. This one is smaller than this one. It's like small, medium, and large. So yeah, whoever's shaded this in blue did one of 3, but it's not a fractional part because all the parts are not the same. Remember, to be a fraction, all the parts have to be equal. They have to be the same, and that's not happening here. So Aiden is correct. The parts do not have equal areas and are not the same size. Now, you didn't have to have the exact same words that I do, but you should have something very similar. Number 4, cross out any shapes that have parts with unequal areas. You should have crossed out the green one because these are definitely not the same size. Then we're looking at this cool shape with the different colors. Are all the parts of the rectangle equal in area? Yes, because if you counted those boxes, every single one of those would have 4 square units. Then it asks, well, if you look at that, what fractional part is blue? Well, 1 out of the 3 parts, so 1/3 is blue. I'm going to let that sit there for a few seconds in case some of you need to finish copying some stuff down. When you are finished with the video, you do have an ed assignment, so work carefully on that ed assignment. Use those hints if you need to. And then when we meet back up for the next lesson, we're going to look at partitioning shapes into equal areas. That's where you're taking a shape and, like this one, and sectioning it off where all the same pieces have the same area. So we're going to look at that a little deeper in the next lesson. Okay? All right, guys, good job. Put that away and get busy on that ed assignment. And I'll see you next time.